What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to another TikTok ad tip video. So in today's video, I really wanted to walk you through the basics. There's a lot of people out there who haven't run any ads on TikTok. That's actually a pretty big group. So I figured I've been doing so many videos on like strategies and tactics and what to do once you're running to optimize, to scale, all that good stuff. But I realized I haven't really put anything out there on YouTube or kind of organically. I have stuff inside our paid program, TikTok Insiders at tiktokinsiders.com. But I want to put out a quick YouTube video for anybody that's brand new. That's kind of like, how do I just start my first campaign, right? What do I do day one, brand new account, brand new campaign? How do I set the very first prospecting campaign? So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna switch over to a screen share. I'm gonna walk you through kind of one of our kind of dead kind of test ad accounts that I can just play around with, kind of a sandbox. And we're gonna play around there. I'm gonna show you to set up your very first prospecting campaign. So again, if you're just getting started, want to know exactly what kind of first campaign to start, how to set it up, the ad groups, number of ads, all that good stuff, this video is for you. Let's dive in. All right, so we're going to switch over here. Let me hit I got this fancy little stream deck now down here that allows me to swap between everything. So I'm going to click that. Boom, look at that. So we're in screen share mode, which is great. So here's what we're going to do. So this is, let's just kind of, this account has like $26,000 in spend. So nothing really at all. But let's just assume this is a brand new TikTok ad account that you're kind of coming in here and there's nothing in here. Now, in future videos and stuff, I'm going to go through, and this is really, if you want all this stuff, it's inside tiktokinsiders.com. But I will be putting out kind of more basic, not as in-depth, but strategies and content out there, like, how to set up your pixel and how to set up your business center and the difference between self-serve and manage ad accounts and all that good stuff. But this, we're going to just focus on assuming you have your pixel installed, assuming you kind of have the basic foundations in place. What do you do with that very first campaign? So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. You're going to go to your ads, ads at tiktok.com. That's going to take you to create your ad account. And then once you're in there, you can go to business.tiktok.com. It's going to take you to your business center login. And then you come into your ad account, and then you can always toggle between your different ad accounts up here, and then go to your different business centers. We're on a bunch of business centers, so we have a ton of them. But this is what the ad account looks like. Again, really, really similar to Facebook. They've hired a massive number of Facebook product managers, engineers, basically everyone at Facebook, Google. They've been recruiting, and they've basically cloned the interface. So this is going to feel very familiar to you. If you are a Facebook advertiser and used to Facebook, you're going to feel just as home in here. So we're going to click the create button, and this is going to bring up our create new campaign. Now you'll see that there's several campaign objectives. Again, very familiar to Facebook. You're going to have your reach, awareness. You're going to have considerations, traffic, app installs, video views, lead generation, and community engagement. This is kind of like PPE. So this is for growing your followers, for getting profile visits, those types of engagement-based actions. And then where most of you are going to live is over here, conversions. So either conversion campaigns or catalog sales campaigns. If you're doing e-com, and you have a lot of SKUs. You can connect your product catalog with Shopify. You can do dynamic product ads, collection ads, all kinds of cool stuff. Future videos will talk about it. But most of you are going to want to start here. This is where you're pretty much going to be day one for your first prospecting campaign. So we're going to click conversions. And then we're going to give it a name. I'm a big believer in naming conventions. So I think consistency is huge, especially if you're an agency, if you're a growing team. You want to keep things consistent and easy to understand. So we're going to do UI, which is like the tags. It's going to be your agency tag, Unicorn Innovations, or it can be MF, which is my first initials, whichever you decide. Test prospecting. We're then going to say whether it's ABO or CBO. We're then going to put the objective, and then we're going to put the date, which I believe is 3/25/22. So this way I can just glance at it real quick and I know exactly what this campaign is doing. We're not going to go with CBO. We're going to start with ABO, so ad set budget optimization. We're going to click continue. And this is going to bring us to our ad group creation, right? So same as Facebook. Facebook calls it ad sets. TikTok calls them ad groups. We're going to same thing here. Give it a name. We're going to call this one broad 18 plus, men, women, auto placement, auto bid, purchase optimization. Or if you're going add to carts or leads out of the gate, you can go add to cart optimization. So typically your very first prospecting campaign, if you have no data on the account, you're going to want to get some event fires. You're probably not going to break a learning phase with purchase optimization because your spend's going to be so low. So I'd recommend like starting your account at add to carts or leads, just to get signal data coming in and not burn the spend, because you're going to pay more for a purchase objective than you are an add to cart or a lead or higher funnel objective. That's just the way we do it, right? And then we ascend and we kind of dupe and transfer over to complete payments after a certain number of events. This is the way we name all of our ad groups. Again, so the type of audience, the age, the gender breakdown, the placement breakdown, the bid type, and then the objective. That's how we name everything. For promotion type, you're going to click your website. You're then going to select your pixel. You're going to select your optimization event. So for this, we're going to click add to cart. For placement type, you can do auto or you can do manual. The only time you're going to do manual here is if you are running Spark ads. And in future videos, we'll talk about Spark ads. Basically, those are using existing posts, existing TikToks as ads. If you do that, you want to just select TikTok. You're not going to be able to do those on other channels. But for now, we'll do auto placement. We use custom identity ads. Everything else, keep as is. So when we launch a brand new ad account with a brand new prospecting campaign, we're usually going to start really small with the number of ad groups. We're usually going to do 2, maybe 3 max ad groups out of the gate. Consolidation is really important on TikTok, especially when your spend is lower, because you want to exit learning phase. So you're better off consolidating budget across 2 ad groups, exiting learning, than you are doing 4, 5, 6 plus ad groups, none of them exiting learning. You can always do audience testing down the road once you've gotten some learnings, built up that ad account history, and have a little more insight. We're going to do location United States. For age, we're going to do 18 plus. Again, we're always going to do one of the ad groups broad, wide open out of the gate. However, if you're selling a product that clearly has no male customers or female customers, exclude them here, right? This is just, if your basically product applies to everybody, you want to put them all in here. If your product only applies to certain genders or ages, you can narrow them down in here. But the point is you want to go broad with this ad group. Languages, we're going to go English. And you'll see what this leaves us with about 113 to 138 million people. So a really big audience. Daily budget, your min budget is going to be $20. That's the minimum you can spend. Typically your budget formula is going to be 50 times your average CPA divided by 7. And by CPA, I mean the cost per action for your optimization here. So if your average cost per add to cart, let's say is $10, right? Then that means you're going to want to have 50 of those. So 10 times 50 is 500. And because I'm just feeling slow today and don't do the math, we're going to do 500 divided by 7. That's going to give us 71.43. So we'll do $75 for the daily budget there. If it's afternoon, we're going to schedule it for the following day to start at midnight. We're going to click OK. We're going to, for optimization goal, do conversion. Once you have enough purchase data, you can then switch to value, which I really like. Value optimization works really, really well on TikTok once you have some data. And then you can also do ROAS-based bidding, which is cool. But for now, conversion campaigns, we're going to do lowest cost, not cost cap. We're going to click next. This is then going to take us to the individual ad level. So let's dive in here. So this is what I talked about Spark ads. So out of the gate, you're probably just going to use custom identity ads. And custom identity ads essentially means you're not linking to any page. Unlike Facebook, where you have to be linked to a Facebook page in order to run ads, with TikTok, you don't actually have to be linked to anything in the app to run ads. You can basically set whatever name you want here, as long as it is mentioned or used in the destination you're driving to. You can't use random names, right? So we'll put, on it here because that's the brand this is for. I could also put, my name here if I wanted to. And then I can also set the icon here. So that's going to set a custom icon. And then I can do single video, and I can do collection ads yet. That's when you do product catalog stuff. And then here, I'm not going to go through the process of building out all the ads. We're going to do 4 ads minimum. So usually 4 to 6 ads out of the gate. And the only difference is going to be the creative. Everything else we're going to keep the same out of the gate. So you enter your caption text here. You're looking at, 100 characters. It gets cut off pretty quick, usually at like 1.5 lines of text before it gets cut off. So really, really limited here. So you want to make every word count. Interactive add-ons. These are interesting features. We'll talk on another video. Basically, these add different elements overlaid on top of the ad. So things like display cards, where it adds a big box, kind of like a big banner ad here that pops up and becomes call to action. There's countdown timers. There's promo code stickers. There's gesture ads. There's poll ads. So all kinds of interactive stuff you can add on top of the ad to give it a little extra oomph. But for right now, we're going to assume we're not using those. We're just using basic creative. When it comes to call to action, you can go standard, where you basically just select from the list here, learn more, sign up, shop now. I really like dynamic. The reason I like dynamic is because it gets hyper personalized. It's very, very intelligent. So right now it's pretty generic because the ad account doesn't have a lot of spend. So this is what it's doing basically is it's knowing this for a purchase campaign. So it's a bunch of versions of buy it, right? So order today, order immediately, get it now, shop here, purchase it now, buy now, orders today. And TikTok's algo is going to basically set the optimal call to action text based on who's seeing it, right? So every person is going to see a potentially different call to action here. As you spend more and get more history, it's going to learn faster. And so when you start doing things like running discounts, like 20% off, it'll start recognizing that and then including that in dynamic call to actions. So it might say like save 25%, get 25% off today. So it's really, really powerful and very interesting. So I use dynamic. I think it just makes it more personalized. URL. If you want to display your ad in the TikTok Creative Center, you can do that there. If it performs well, they'll put it in there. And then, yeah, that's how you set up your first ad there. And then we would dupe this, we duplicate it and then create a new one, duplicate, create a new one, duplicate, create a new one. So let me just put like test.com. Let's see. So it'll check the URL, and then once approved, it'll be good to go. And then again, we're going to do this for 4 to 6 unique creatives out of the gate. And then here you also, let's just pull in a video that might have been in the library. Confirm. And so what you do now is you click duplicate, and you can do this 4 to 6 times. And then each one of these will be a different video that you can use for your ad. Once you're done with that, you're going to click submit. So I'm going to click submit there. So something about the custom identity here. I don't know why it's not going through on the custom identity side. It could be maybe it's not tied to the URL. But anyway, so once this publishes, there we go, which is a little bug. Once it publishes, then I'm going to dupe this ad group. Once it takes me back, it's taking its sweet time right now. So I'll go back to the ad groups. And this is where it gets a little frustrating with TikTok. Even right now, it's still got a long way to go in terms of Facebook had a lot of like really quick things you could do in terms of dupes that made it a lot easier to make bulk ad sets, bulk campaigns. It's a little more time consuming with TikTok. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna copy this into this right campaign. We're gonna click duplicate. And then with our second ad group, we're gonna do the same budget, but this one we're gonna do stacked interests. So we're gonna take a bunch of relevant interests and we're gonna overlay them and combine them into a single ad group. So again, let's say you're doing marketing education, right? So I'm gonna type in marketing, and it's gonna be a bunch of different options: marketing, advertising, digital marketing, social media marketing, internet marketing, TikTok marketing, digital marketing strategy, all these different options there's a lot of marketing, digital marketing courses, yada, 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 marketing experts. And you'll see about 37 to 45 million people. That's a great balanced audience size. We want to be kind of in that 25 to 55 million person range. $75. Make sure it schedules for tomorrow. There we go. Optimization, say the same. Click next. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the ad level. I'm going to just publish these. I'm just going to review everything, make sure it's all good. Give it a quick glance over. And then once it's ready to go, I'm going to click submit. And so now that ad group's ready to go. And then for the third ad group, if you have source data, a lot of source data, and you're whitelisted for email or phone number based lookalikes, you can create stacked lookalikes. Honestly, like lookalikes have not performed very well for us to date. I think a lot of it has to do with the match rate being really, really poor. In some audiences, we're seeing like as low as a 5 to 8% match rate. So you need a massive email list to get enough source data. Custom audiences on engagement, on video views and stuff, and then lookalikes on top of those work a little better. But yeah, for a customer list, you need a lot of people to make it work. So what you might want to do is one of two things. One is just do 2 ad groups out of the gate. That's totally fine. And really focus on creative testing and just learning and getting familiar with the platform. That's totally cool. And then once you find some creative that works, then you can test a lot more audiences, start testing more creative, all that good stuff. Or you can do a third ad group using hashtags. So I'm starting to see out of the gate hashtag targeting, didn't see a lot of good results with it. We've started reusing it again lately, and we're actually seeing decent results with it. Actually, some of the ad groups are performing pretty well. And so you go to hashtags down here, and this is where you type in, similar keywords, see what type of hashtags they have: marketing 101, marketing talk, marketing 2020, marketing tips, marketing agency, marketing TikTok, marketing strategy, goes on and on and on. If not all these are going to be very big, so if you see this audience is like pretty small, it's only a few million people potentially, then what you'll do is go targeting expansion, go interests and behaviors. So what this will do is TikTok will first start by competing for all these people. So it'll go after all the people in these hashtags. And then if it thinks that it's exhausted those audiences and it can still find similar people, it'll expand outside of those audiences. So we've actually seen decent results with targeting expansion for highly targeted small audiences. So again, hashtag, layering hashtags. We call this stacked hashtags. Everything else the same. And then again, date for, make sure you, every time you do this, make sure you check the schedule, because the schedule doesn't copy over. Again, little things like this, very frustrating, time consuming. You have to go back in and manually schedule each ad group to the time you want it to. So just little things get a little tedious, but so make sure you check that. Otherwise it'll start running as soon as you submit. Click next, and there you go. You'll have, let's click out of here, go back over to the camera over here. So yeah, there you have it. That's how we set up our very first prospecting campaigns for all new ad accounts. In future videos, we'll talk about additional campaigns we set up, looking at things like video views at low budget, just to get a lot more internal app signal data and creative testing, build up custom audience for retargeting. We'll talk about retargeting, other different campaigns we run. So lots of additional content coming on the pipeline. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to get all the upcoming videos that I release on TikTok on marketing. Because like I said on my my last video, the video before that, haven't been posting a lot on YouTube in the last year, but I'm really starting to post a lot more content on it in 2022, especially around TikTok ads, because it's so hot, because it's growing so fast, and we're getting so much influx of demand about it. So I'm going to be posting new TikTok strategies, tips, tactics, all that good stuff every week, probably multiple times a week. So you want to hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell to get all notifications. That way you don't miss a video. Yeah, that's all I got. See you guys in the next video.